You are listening to the East Texas Banner. We have the privilege today of sitting down with Justin Harley with ADAMAS CROSSFIT right here in Jasper, Texas. Justin, I appreciate you taking time with me.
Yeah, no problem.
So, tell me how you got started in this thing, man.
Well, to fully tell the story of how I got started in CrossFit, it was a year after, probably about 6 months after my daughter, my first child was born.
Okay.
I do home health physical therapy for a living as well.
Okay.
So I do a lot of driving, a lot of sitting, and I noticed I've always been pretty fit for the most part, kind of skinny. But I noticed as I was driving and treating patients that I had a little belly and I needed a little bit more muscle tone. I was not feeling as the energetic Justin that I used to be. So I decided one day I was gonna told my wife, I'm gonna go start running at the park.
Yeah.
I was gonna go start running, and went to the park one morning, and a friend of mine was there, and he was working out. He had a battle rope, a wall ball or a medicine ball, set of pull-up rings, barbell, stuff like that, deer corn, and he invited me to start working out with him.
Right.
And so we met at the park every morning for a couple years at 6 a.m. And he introduced me to CrossFit. I was like, originally he's like, have you ever heard of CrossFit? I'm like, I've never heard of CrossFit in my life. I have no idea what it is. So he kind of just showed me the ropes.
Okay.
And so I did CrossFit with him for several years, probably about 3. That was right after my daughter was born, so probably about 2014, 15.
Okay.
Worked CrossFit with him. And then from then up until 2018, so about 2014 to 2018, I bought a building and I put it in my backyard and I did CrossFit. I followed CrossFit's website, CrossFit.com. They put a workout every day, a WOD online. Also followed Invictus programming a little bit. So I just did their programming as well as I knew how because I had no coach and I did it, I hurt myself a little bit.
Okay.
But I followed their programming online in my backyard by myself. And I always knew, asking my wife, I said, this is Gym Justin in the backyard, Gym Justin. I always wanted to have a gym.
Right.
And in 2018, one of the companies I was contracting with doing physical therapy changed the way that their business model, and it didn't fit with what I was wanting in my family, the way we did life. And so I was pretty much forced to quit then. And was only working part-time for another company. And then I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I got a wife, I've got kids. At that time I had 2 kids. My son was born. And I was like, we got bills, we got a mortgage, car note, I got to do something. So honestly, I very highly considered and even reached out to several recruiters and state troopers. I was going to go be a state trooper. I was going to quit therapy altogether, and I was looking into the state trooper route. My wife and I, we prayed about it, and she came to me one day. I was working out in the yard because I had my mind made up. I was going to the state trooper academy at 6 months.
Right.
Come back. I was going to go do a year at the border. I'm going.
Right.
And she didn't like that. She was worried. Didn't really fit the way we did life or wanted to do life or raise our kids. She came to me and she's like, I've been praying and I really feel like now's the time that you need to open your gym. And I was like, I have no idea how to do that, but let's do it. So 2018, I was getting my tires changed at Hollis Tire here. And let's back up. That's in June of 2018. I went and got my L1 for CrossFit because you have to have your L1 certification to open up a CrossFit affiliate. And we got my L1. I applied to open up my own affiliate, went through the whole process of coming up with a name, location, things like that.
Right.
I just needed a place. And so probably July, August, I'm getting my tires changed at Hollis, and I'm telling Nicole and Heather, who work behind the counter there, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna open up this gym. I just got to find a place. And Nicole has a lot of rental properties here in Jasper County, and she's like, well, I got a warehouse. It's 2,000 square feet. It's got an office and a bathroom. You want to come look at it? And I was like, you get the tires on my truck. Let's go look at it right now.
Right.
So that afternoon we went and looked at it, and it was an old vending machine warehouse.
Okay.
And so we completely gutted it. tore out walls, put up walls, made it exactly what we wanted. And so by the end of, I guess, October 2018 is when we opened up. Opened the doors, had a grand opening, and members just started flocking in, kind of the whole if you build it, they'll come thing. And then the thing with CrossFit is a lot of people think it's a franchise. It's not a franchise at all. You pay for a licensing fee to use their name, and they say, okay, here, go build your business. Good luck.
Right.
There's nothing stopping anybody from opening up a CrossFit box right across the street from you.
Okay.
There's nothing like that. So you gotta really cross your I's, dot your T's, offer a good programming, offer good coaching,
right.
Good music, which I'm not a DJ, but
right.
offer good, have an atmosphere conducive to where people want to come back.
Yeah.
And so from the beginning, that's what me and my wife, we set out, having a facility that was clean, that had brand new, good equipment.
Yeah.
Because what a lot of facilities will do is they'll go Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and they'll buy used equipment. Their barbells are rusted, they have no spin, they have no whip. They'll buy rowers and bikes that are used, that are falling apart, their rigs look like crap, just rusted equipment. It's functional, right. You can use it.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't really want to charge people a premium price, offer a premium service, and then have crap equipment.
Sure.
So we've always went above and beyond and bought sort of the best of the best equipment so that when people come in, they can feel proud.
Right.
Of what they have. You don't want to come in and be like, man, I really wish I had a road bike instead of this, Schwinn air bike.
Yeah. Yeah.
Both are bikes. One's completely different than the other. So me and my wife, really pride ourselves in offering amazing equipment, an amazing space. Greg Glassman says if you can keep the bathrooms clean, if your bathrooms are clean, you probably run a pretty good facility.
Yeah.
Our bathrooms are clean. Bathrooms are spotless. Everything. After every class, pretty much every class, the floors are cleaned. We have a industrial floor scrubber. Scrub up all the sweat, all the chalk, so that when the next class comes in, they're like, man, they really care about
fresh.
it. It's fresh. It's ready to go.
No, that's huge.
Equipment's wiped down, between classes, so that when they come in, it's not like, I'm just getting the leftovers from the 5 a.m. class or the 6 a.m. class or whatever. Each class is prepared for you.
Right.
And that's part of what you pay for. You pay for the coaches to be here to clean, get the gym set up for you. But what we want to do is just offer Jasper County, Newton County, Tyler County. Those are the 3 counties that we service pretty much. We actually have a few from Sabine County that come. But just so what CrossFit is in a nutshell, you want to go into what CrossFit is?
Because
that's how I got into it.
Yeah.
And then our heart behind providing an amazing facility, which we just moved about 6 weeks ago into the facility that we're in today. It's a little over 4,000 square feet compared to where we were 2,000 square feet.
Right.
And only about 1,700 square feet of gym space. 300 was office and bathrooms. And then of that 1,700 square foot space we had storage for equipment things. So you only had about 1,200 square feet of space.
Okay.
Which really hinders your growth. You can only, instead of having 15, 20 people per class, you have like 10 people per class, and it's crowded. So here this morning we had 14 people in our 6 a.m. class, and there was plenty more room left.
Nice.
Doing sled pushes and everything else as well, bars everywhere. But when a class is ran well, you can have 14 people and everything still goes smooth and seamlessly.
Right.
But a little bit about what CrossFit is.
Yeah.
Because it's not your typical go to the gym routine where you're going to do back and bis one day, you're going to do legs one day,
right,
and tries and whatever the whole bodybuilding schematic is for their routine. CrossFit is like full body, compound movements, functional movements every day. So when we say weightlifting, we mean like clean and jerk, snatch, deadlift, bench press, shoulder presses, jerks, things like that. Not so much bicep curls and flies and things like that.
Right.
But what it is, it's a combination of weightlifting, calisthenics or bodyweight movements like gymnastics,
sure,
and then monostructural movements, your rower, your bike, your running, your jump rope, things like that. And then what you do is you say, okay, we have a schematic on how we do the programming or how they do the programming. Is one day you'll have a heavy barbell day. Your focus for that day will be a heavy barbell.
Okay. Heavy
barbell is relative for me to you to the 83-year-old man coming in. not everybody's going to be doing a heavy barbell, but it's heavy to them.
Right.
It's relative. Greg Glassman likes to say, the only difference between an Olympic weightlifter and the grandma off the street is the degree, not the kind. Everybody needs to know how to squat. Everybody needs to know how to deadlift. Everybody needs to know how to press. It's just a matter of what degree.
Right.
Are you training for the Olympics?
Yeah.
Or are you training to stay out of the nursing home?
Sure.
Or are you trying to stay functional, to enjoy life with kids? You know, so it's like, what's your goal?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it? And then let's build on that. Not, all right, you know, you're a grandma of 3. I don't want you deadlifting 500 pounds or trying to deadlift 500 pounds. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's all relative. And the coaches are very well versed and trained in how to meet the intensity of each workout. But you have weightlifting, you have gymnastics or calisthenics, and then monostructural, you have like a long workout.
Okay.
25, 30 minutes long, or sometimes up to an hour, like if you do Murph for Memorial Day. You have like a barbell in there typically, or so let's just say one, for instance, let's not use Murph, let's use Fran. Fran is an example. Fran is a gymnastics and barbell workout. It is 21, 15, 9 of pull-ups and thrusters. So you got a barbell and you got calisthenics, and that's all the workout is.
Right.
It should last. So as a coach, I'd come to you and say, okay, Jay, this workout should take you, you're new to CrossFit, it should take you somewhere in the ballpark of like 7 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
You know, the elite athletes are down to 2 to 4 minutes.
Right.
You know, the intermediate athlete would be like 4 to 6. You're brand new, let's shoot for 6 to 8, something in that ballpark.
I got
So that's my job as a coach to say, here's how I want to approach this workout. Here's the weight that I want you to have on the bar, because you can't RX it. So we're going to put this amount of weight, and we're going to scale your pull-ups to ring rows, because you don't have pull-ups yet. We don't want you getting out of the band because it's going to take up too much time. We're going to do ring rows instead.
Okay.
Or jumping pull-ups or something like that.
Gotcha.
You know, 21 reps of thrusters, 21 reps of pull-ups. You're not probably not going to be able to do your thrusters all unbroken. So what we want you to do is we're going to break them up into 3 sets.
Yeah.
7, 7, 7. Short, quick breaks, take a few deep breaths, and then get right back at those thrusters.
So you guys kind of custom fit it.
Everything.
So what everybody needs.
So what we say CrossFit is, it's modifiable, it's scalable
Right.
for everyone. So you can't think of a workout as I'm making it easier for you.
Right.
I'm scaling it to where you're at. So when you come into us, we have a workout of the day programmed, already programmed on the board. Whether you're brand new, you've been with us for a year or 2, or you've been with us for 5 or 10 years, doesn't matter. You're all going to do a version of the exact same workout. Sometimes it makes it hard on the coach because you've got 10 people in there, and no 10 people are doing the exact same workout.
Okay.
Everybody's got different weights on the bar that are appropriate for them. Everybody's doing like if you can't jump rope, you can do toe taps or plate hops or penguin taps.
Right.
Something to jump rope to get your heart rate up. So every workout, doesn't matter what it is 100% scalable to every individual. And our job as a coach is to meet you where you're at, no matter what the workout is.
That's a huge difference than what's out here currently available to folks, in my opinion.
It is.
I mean, because if you think about it, you pay your membership,
Right.
and you go down there, and there is 501 different opportunities to get in a bind.
Right.
I mean, honestly.
Absolutely.
I mean, unless you're paying for a
personal trainer.
personal trainer to come in,
Right.
You know, something along those lines. You know, there's a high probability, and I would imagine that probably affects the attrition rate of the memberships of those types of facilities.
Right.
Because
Right.
you know, I mean, to me, this makes sense because if you have certain goals and they communicate those goals to you, or
Right.
their thought process,
Right.
whatever their purpose is,
Yeah.
for what they're doing,
Right.
then you
Their
can help.
why.
You
Weight
can,
loss, muscle
you can
tone.
help get them there.
Right, we
Yeah.
can get you there, and push you on some workouts. If you're wanting to build muscle, get stronger, we can push you a little bit more on those style of workouts versus
Right.
the workouts that are more conditioning based.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, so if you go to a Globo gym, you know,
Right.
not going to name any names, so you just go to a Globo gym,
Right.
and you buy a membership. It's $30 a month.
Yeah.
They're gonna lock you into a 2-year contract. You're gonna pay an upfront fee to get started,
Right.
and they're gonna lock you into a 2-year contract.
Yeah.
They're banking and hoping that you don't come,
Yeah.
because if the more you come, the more they're gonna have to update and what would be the word, repair
Yeah.
their equipment or replace their equipment.
Sure. They're
So the
counting
more-
on people to buy
They're
that
counting
membership.
on you to lock it in
And go away.
and then hope, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna start the gym. Man, that was a great idea, but I'm not going. But
Yeah.
I've got this 2-year contract I'm locked in. I'm going to pay my $30. It's not a big deal. It's $30 a month.
Yeah.
Don't go. No big deal. No harm, no foul. Versus us,
Yeah.
You know, we used to do the contracts, and people used them, and they really did abide by them. We had a few that didn't. But we've gotten away from the whole contract because I don't want to feel like a sleazy salesman. Like,
Sure.
I want to earn your business. And if I
Right.
can't earn your business, I don't want to lock you into a contract. And then you have to come because you're in a contract, because then it's going to make it miserable for you to be here and miserable for me because I know you don't want to be here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I don't want
It's
that whole
almost like-
dynamic of, I want to earn your business. I
Yeah.
want you to want to be here.
Yeah.
And the people that come want to be here.
See, and that it's interesting because it's almost like, in a way, this model here with your with CrossFit specifically is more geared to the person to invest.
Absolutely. You're investing in your health, investing in
Right,
yourself.
right.
We tell people, we want, when you come here, this to be the best hour of your day.
Yeah.
Don't skip out on taking care of yourself, because we say if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of your family or people that need you 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the road?
Right,
You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be needed.
Yeah.
And you have nothing to offer if you can't take care of yourself.
No doubt.
For instance, a very personal experience. Oh. Sorry.
No, you're good, man.
My father-in-law passed away about 6 years ago, a year before my last child was born, Eli. He's now 5, so it's been about 6 years. He was severely overweight. He worked out on and off his entire life. He used to be relatively healthy.
Right.
He had asthma. He had some other underlying health issues going on. But one Saturday morning, 6 years ago, he woke up having some chest pain. And he thought he was having an asthma attack.
Right.
And so he's home alone. He's divorced. Home alone. He took a breathing treatment, did some inhalers. He's like, man, this pain's it's not getting any better.
Right.
And he had came to us. We knew he was having some health problems. He was going back and forth to doctor's appointments. Anyway, and I was doing the yard one Saturday, and my wife comes running out the house, just frantic. And I thought something happened to one of the kids. And she says, I'm going to St. Augustine. Dad's on his way to the emergency room. And when she got to St. Augustine, he had coded in the emergency room. He didn't even get in there. And they were able to revive him 3 separate times, but he couldn't. His heart was gone. He waited too long at his house. He should have went immediately.
Yeah.
So he died of a heart attack because he was unhealthy. He was overweight,
Right.
didn't take care of himself. He was depressed. I'm sure, no telling what was going on. But right now, my wife just lost her grandpa, his dad,
Okay.
who also had heart conditions. But he passed away about 2 months ago,
Wow.
if that. And Kelly's dad lived next door. Well, now Kelly's grandmother is all by herself. She has nobody within an hour of her.
Wow.
He's needed.
Sure.
Had he have taken care of himself
Yeah.
and done a better job
Yeah.
of eating healthy and taking care of himself
Right.
instead of constantly working and doing for other people, take care of himself,
Yeah. Yeah.
he would still be here because he's needed.
Yeah.
So you never know what circumstance you're going to be in. Everybody's going to be needed at some point in time. And if you don't take care of yourself, you can't give it to others.
And to be honest with you, man, it's almost like you don't. A lot of times people take their health and they kick the can down the road.
Yeah.
They take care of other people around them. They make sure that they're at the doctors, but they don't take care of themselves. And then people don't understand the collateral damage of what
Absolutely.
happens when you're no longer the glue holding everything together.
Absolutely. And I don't know, a lot of misconception around here. People think that working out's for young kids.
Right.
You know, it's like, I
Sure.
didn't work out. I did that in high school.
Right,
Well,
right,
great.
right.
Why'd you stop?
Yeah. Right.
You know? They're like, I can't squat. Well, why can't you? Everybody's designed to squat.
Right.
You should be able to squat rock bottom. Everybody should be able to. That's the way God designed us.
Right.
Why does my knee bend 180 degrees if it's not meant to bend 180 degrees?
That's right.
You know?
Sure. Yeah.
It's like, why squat rock bottom? Well, why not?
Yeah.
You know? If
Yeah.
I want to get in the floor and play with my kids, I can squat, I can kneel, I can do whatever I need to do.
Right.
I want to be prepared to do whatever I have to do
Yeah.
whenever I want to do it. I don't want to be limited by, man, I wish I could do that, but I can't walk that far.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt, bro. You're singing to the choir on my end of things, because my dad was extremely obese, and going through a lot of the same type of situations you guys are in that sense, and you just wish he would have been better for himself, so he could be here to kind of, in the process of things,
I want to witness my grandkids, my great grandkids, and I want to be of service, not just sitting in a rocking chair watching them. I want to be involved.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And you have to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I have had memberships to Globo Gym too, and I can count on one hand how many times I went in the 2-year window. And so it's just what it is. So it's almost like, this is a culture.
Right.
This is a culture
Absolutely.
thing of investing in your health and trying to figure this thing out, and having coaches here to help you do that.
Absolutely.
So tell me how it works. So say you have a person out here who's listening to this. They say, hey, this is what I need. I need a team.
Right.
I need a team of people to help me. How does it work? Do they call you? Do they come down here? What's the method?
So typically the way they go, we on our website, go to ADAMASCROSSFIT.com, and it has a get started, or I forget exactly the terminology. It says like get started now, or consultation, something like that. It's just a little blurb for you to put in your information. When you put in that information, it comes directly to me, and comes directly to my wife, and comes directly to Sal, who manages our online, the social media and website.
Gotcha.
So all three of us get that information immediately. Typically it's me, because I'm always like gung ho, like, man, we got a lead.
Yeah.
And I'll text them immediately.
Okay.
And so what we'll do is we'll just start a conversation, and then we'll get a consult scheduled for you to come in, see the facility, meet with me or meet with my wife, somebody meet in person. We'll kind of tell you what CrossFit's all about, the way we operate, the way classes ran, and see if we're a good fit for each other. Yeah. Some people are like, well, I really want to lose weight, but I don't really want to do group training. Yeah. So we'll kind of, we fill it out. Yeah. So we do offer personal training as well. So we bring you in for a consult and see how can we best serve you, like what your goals are. Weight loss, body recomposition, just reverse diabetes, whatever you're looking for. Like, okay, here's the plan to get there.
Yeah.
Now, how do we go about it?
Gotcha.
Personal training, group training.
Gotcha.
Doesn't matter. Just go to our website.
You just start the conversation.
Just start the conversation, and then it's just from there. Like we're all about relationship.
Okay.
All about relationship. We want to establish a relationship with you. Yeah. Because if we can establish a relationship with you, we can create a long-term partnership.
Okay.
So to speak.
Okay.
Facebook Messenger, or go to our website. Either one is fine.
Now, where are you guys located right now? Because you just
So right now we're at 1501 South Wheeler Street. Okay. Or actually, let me take that back. 1501C South Wheeler Street, right next door to Harvest Church. Okay. So we're actually in the same exact building, the same strip as Harvest Church. We're just on the far south side by the playground. So our entrance is not on the front by 96. Our door to the CrossFit gym is on the south side, the far south side. Facing south, facing Kirbyville, for the ladies that don't know which way north and south is, facing Kirbyville, and then towards the playground.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So what hours of operation?
So we actually hold class right now at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:30, and 5:30 in the afternoon, Monday through Friday.
Okay.
Friday afternoon, we do not have a 5:30 class. Okay. So all of those classes are available every day of the week. All right. And then Saturday, we have 2 classes a month. Usually it's like the first and third, but sometimes it will vary. But we'll always have it up on the board, and we'll let the athletes know. Everything's in our app as well. As far as like when you pull up our app, you'll be able to see the workout. You'll be able to see the schedule of what Saturdays during that month that we have class. But Monday through Friday, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 8:30, and 5:30.
Very cool. Very cool. Give us that website again.
ADAMAS CROSSFIT, or ADAMAS CROSSFIT. It's ADAMAS CROSSFIT, CROSSFIT.com. Yeah.
Any last words you want to put out there to the public?
No, man.
Invest in yourself.
Invest in yourself.
That's
do the hard things. It's not going to be easy.
Yep.
It's going to be hard.
That's right. But it's
a fun journey.
It is a fun journey, and it's easier to do hard things when you have a team and you have a culture
Absolutely.
to do hard things.
Absolutely.
That's the fact.
And knowing that nobody is looking at you
Yeah.
during that workout, because everybody is,
True.
I don't want to say suffering because it's going to scare people off, but everybody is struggling mentally the same way as you are. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Because the workouts, some are harder than others, but
Yeah.
they're tough. They're a challenge. But knowing that, man, things in life are going to come,
Yeah.
and am I going to face them or am I going to cower down from them?
Yeah. Will you be prepared?
Will you be prepared? And can you get through difficult situations?
No doubt.
And here it's like a mental game.
Yeah.
Can you finish whatever it is you're doing?
Yeah.
You know, when life comes its way,
Right.
can you tackle it? Can you handle the struggle?
Yeah, it matters. That matters.
Right.
That matters, and the older you get, the more it matters.
Absolutely.
You know, you really find out how little you've invested
Right.
the older you get
Absolutely.
in yourself.
Especially people, I'll say this real quick because I didn't really mention a whole lot about CrossFit in general. But it's very important for people, especially over 50,
Yeah.
to weightlift. People don't realize that.
Yeah.
They think, oh, I'll go for a walk. That's great. That's not doing anything for your muscles.
Right.
You're not building muscles. You're
Right.
not supporting your joints.
Yes.
So you have to build up muscle to support the joint. So anybody, especially, I'd say 40, but especially over 50, the science says, you need to be doing some sort of resistance training.
Yeah.
So we do weightlifting.
Right.
And it's done under proper care.
Right.
And women will not get bulky because they're touching a barbell.
Right.
It's like me saying I'm going to walk into my kitchen and I'm going to cook dinner, and all of a sudden I'm going to become a professional chef. It doesn't work that way. If you want to look like a bodybuilder, you have to train and take supplements and steroids and whatnot to look like that bodybuilder.
Yeah.
That's not natural.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of work.
Right.
Just because they take supplements doesn't mean they're going to look like that. They have to put in the work to look like that.
Sure.
So just because you touch a barbell, ladies, does not mean that you're going to become the next Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Right. Well, and that's another thing, man. I mean, you know, some people have this philosophy: if I don't overexert myself, I'll be able to do
You
what I
have
need.
more longevity.
More longevity,
And that's
but that is not true.
It's
That's
not true.
completely opposite of what the
The
research-
more forces that science has said, the more forces and strain that you put on your body,
Yeah.
the more your body will adapt to those forces.
Right.
And changes.
Right.
So just think that most women over 50 have some sort of like osteoporosis, arthritis, carpal tunnel.
Yep.
They have rounded shoulders, kyphotic posture, the rounded back, things like
Right.
that. It's because they have no muscle tone to support their skeletal structure. Your
Right.
skeletal structure has to have muscle tone to support it.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Women carrying groceries have to pick up the groceries, set them down, to open the door, whatever. When I bend over to pick up the groceries, I just did a deadlift.
Right.
If I'm picking up a heavy case of Cokes or a heavy case of water or
Right.
laundry detergent, I pick it up and put it in a counter up above. I just did a clean and jerk.
Right.
You know what I mean? So everything that we do in here carries over into
It's functional.
functional movements.
Yeah.
It's functional movements.
Very cool.
But yeah, I just want to get that out there that women especially are afraid of barbells. They're afraid of
Okay.
weightlifting. They think it's only for men or they think it's for young people.
Right.
But women especially over 50 need to be doing some form, whether it's CrossFit or not, I don't care.
Right. They need to be
They
doing
need to do
something.
some form of resistance training.
No doubt. Justin, I appreciate you sitting down with me, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it.
I'm excited about the future for you
Right,
guys.
we're super excited about the growth here. Like I said, we've been here 6 weeks and we've already exceeded our expectations of where we thought we would be.
Yeah.
Because we took a risk moving.
Sure.
Just from higher rent, everything, being in an
Right.
ideal location.
Right.
Higher electric bill because we now have central air and heat. We have
Yeah.
showers, so the amenities that we offer
Right.
are excellent.
Sure.
But it comes with the price for us, and so we're like, oh.
Yeah, because you know what's wild? There's this misconception in a way, and you guys are kind of kicking it up. I've seen CrossFit groups get together, and it's like going out to somebody's barn to go flip over the
Absolutely.
tractor tires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's that type of element, but this
Yeah.
is not that.
It's not that.
It's not
This
that
is
at all.
not that. We do the same type of methodology
Sure.
as far as high intensity functional movements across broad time modal domains. That's
Right.
CrossFit in a nutshell. It's a terrible definition, but because it means nothing to those people.
Sure.
High intensity functional movements across broad time modal domains, great. What does that mean? Well, it just means that we do long workouts, short workouts, heavy workouts, light workouts, bodyweight workouts, running workouts.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. But yeah, we have an amazing facility.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Super
nice.
heat, showers. I mean, it's amazing.
That's very cool.
And we're very proud of that. But I really feel like we're gonna exceed our expectations.
That's
we
awesome.
already have.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're out there and you have any interest in being a part of a team, being a part of a culture, you need to contact Justin or his wife or Sal. Go to that website. That's ADAMAS.com. ADAMAS CROSSFIT.
CrossFit.com.
Yeah. Okay. Now, Adamas, where did the name come from?
So it's very interesting. Adamas is a Greek word because everybody thinks Adamas or Adams is my last name.
Okay.
It's not. Adamas is a Greek word that means unconquerable, unbreakable, invincible.
Okay.
It's actually where we get the English word diamond.
Okay.
From the root word Adamas. So unbreakable. Diamonds are, they say,
sure.
unbreakable,
Right.
indestructible. So that's just that whole mentality, that mindset of no matter what comes against me, whether it's a workout or whether it's a bad report from the doctor or something tragic happens, it's not going to break me.
Right.
One, because I know who I am.
Right.
I know what I'm capable of. Mm-hmm. I know whose I am.
Right.
So there's nothing that can really faze me as long as I keep my faith and trust in Jesus.
Sure.
And I know that my body is as well as it's able to be.
Right.
So it's just that whole mindset of I'm unbreakable. I'm unconquerable. You can't beat me.
Nice.
As long as I put in the work, can't be beat.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it right there. Come down to Adamas, and they will show you how to. They'll show you how to be unbreakable.
That's it.
Unbeatable. Yeah, that's great, man.
Like it.
Good to meet you, Justin.
It's nice to meet you.
Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, reach out. Go over to ADAMASCrossFit.com.